Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. So today we're going to be testing all of the stuff that I've done in my recent hauls. So I've got home bargain stuff that I still need to try. I've got a bunch of stuff from Superdrug that I need to try. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. So if you like the sounds of that, then please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and let's go straight into it. So I mentioned this in my empties haul, but I did actually take all of the wax out of here and I'm using it now as like a little clip holder. So it's holding my little, what is it called? These clips that I got from Primark, the ones that are not meant to leave dents in your hair. So I'm going to use these today and we'll see if they do what they're meant to do. So let's just shove this in to my hair like I did. That's the wrong way around. Do it the right way around. What was that? Okay. I washed my hair last night, so it's quite like silky, so I'm quite interested to see if stuff's gonna fall out of it. I also have all of these little baby hairs that I need to try and get out of the way. I keep doing it the wrong way around. I definitely prefer it if it came in a pack of 4 because then I could get back all of these baby hairs here, but that's gonna have to do. It's so weird because I always do my makeup with my hair up, so it's weird. And I've left like this little bump here, so I don't know if that's gonna like bumpify my hair. We'll see. Actually, I'll sort it out. So it has been my time of the month, which is why I am looking so lovely and blemishy. Honestly, this is the best that it's been in, I want to say, about a week, maybe 2 weeks. Like honestly, my skin has been not happy at all. It's been sore and painful and I've had all of these nasty like blind spots, but they're actually finally starting to clear up. So this is actually the best my skin has looked in a couple weeks, which I'm very thankful for. So I'm going to start off by using these eye patches. So these are from Primark. These are the Soothing Vitamin E eye patches. So I'm going to start by putting some of these on under my eyes. So they literally just come in the packet like this, like they're all loose. You get 15 treatments in here. So there's 30 of these. And you actually have to make sure because sometimes like they stick together and then I'll put them on and I'll realise that I've used up like 2 instead of 1. The main reason that I like these ones from Primark is that they actually stay where you put them. So like I've put this here and this is not going to move around, whereas like other eye patches, they fully just like slip and slide up and down your face and I can't stand that. But anyway, let's get on with things. So I have everything in front of me. I'm not really sure what to do first. What I'm going to start with is I'm going to wipe off my lip balm that I have on so that we can try this one from Home Bargains. So let's just get this off. Okay, so I've wiped that all off. So then we have this. So if you remember, this is the watermelon extract lip balm from Home Bargains. It just looks like this. So let's give this a try. It smells like quite sweet, which I don't really like. I prefer my lip balms to not really have a scent, or if they do have a scent, to be a scent that I like, such as like cherry or strawberry. But if you like watermelon, I mean, it doesn't smell too much like watermelon. It just kind of smells like a bit like kind of like a watermelon sweet, which I just don't really like watermelon. But it's transparent to like the lips nicely. Yeah, it feels nice. It doesn't feel sticky. It leaves like, I feel like it leaves like a little bit of a tint, but nothing too much. Just looks really natural. So yeah, it's nice. I think this was like, I can't remember the price of it. You'll have to check my Home Bargains haul. I think it was like under £1 though. And yeah, as I mentioned in that haul, I really like the packaging because it's like cardboard packaging. So as long as you like take this thing out, I think everything should be recyclable. But yeah, I mean, it's a fine lip balm and I will continue to use it. I just don't really like the smell. So like if you like watermelon smells, then you'll like it. If you don't like watermelon smells, then just try and get something else, because for me, it means I'm probably just not going to use that often. But next, I'm going to prime my eyes using this. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. There's so much stuff in front of me that I'm trying to figure out what order I need to use everything in. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to have any coverage to it. It just looks like it's going to prime, which I would have preferred something with a little bit of coverage to it, just because I find, especially in here, I have quite a lot of like blue discoloration from my veins, and that can make, it just makes things look patchy when I'm doing my eyeshadow. So I would definitely have preferred it to be more coverage, but if you don't want coverage, then obviously there's this. It feels like a little bit tacky, but not really a lot. But now I've got to figure out what I want to do with my eyes. So I have this. So this is the NYX Epic Wear waterproof liner, but I got it in brown, and I didn't get it in the pen version because like I just couldn't see through the packaging what I was getting. And I tried to return this, and the store I tried to return it to doesn't do returns because they don't stock this in the store. And they also told me that because I took the like plastic packaging of it, that they probably wouldn't return it. But I didn't know what this was through the packaging, like I couldn't really see. So that's a bummer, but it means I guess I get to keep it. So we're going to try and use this today. But I did mention in my home bargain school that I was going to try and do something dedicated to being like purpley pink dramatic, so that I could use this glitter and this lipstick. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I could just do like a really soft, subtle eye and then just pop a bit of this on like the outer corner, or I could do something more dramatic. I don't know. I think if I'm gonna go for it, I should probably go for it, shouldn't I? Okay, so let's grab out a palette. Just gonna grab out my trusty Bratz one, because that has like a lot of purples in it, because obviously it's a Yasmin. So let's figure something out with this. It's been like, I don't even know how long it's been since I did like a fully like dramatic eye. Like I have literally just been doing like bronzer in my crease, and then like a gel liner as my liner for like the longest time now. So I don't actually know what I'm doing, and this is going to be interesting. But I think I kind of want to use this dark shade up here called Mystery. I think I want to do something like that. Okay, so I've got my brush, and I'm going to start with this one here. This is called I Rule. It's like a dark purplish, pinkish, burgundy colour, and I'm going to start by putting that out here. Oh, it's laying down nicely on that eye primer. I'm going to bring that into about there, and then I'm going to just like blend that up a bit. So it definitely is like more burgundy than purple, but it'll be fine. I'll do the same over here. Okay, so I've got something like that. It's so weird to do like a dark eyeshadow. I honestly haven't done this in so long. I'm like, what do I do? So then I'm going to take a bit of this Zen shade, and I'm going to use that to blend it out, because it comes off like purplish rather than like neutral. So I'm just going to use that to blend out the edge. Yeah, that definitely made it like more purple as opposed to like burgundy like it was looking. Now I have something like that. Now I'm going to go into this shade up here, the Mystery shade, and it's like a black, and I'm just going to shove that all over my lid, just everywhere. It's really not like as sparkly as I want it to be. Like I really want it to have like little glitters in it, but it just doesn't. I'm gonna bring you closer now. I'm sorry, I didn't realise, but hopefully you can see a bit better. And I'm just putting that like everywhere, and then obviously I will like blend the edges and stuff. Let's do that on the other eye quickly. Okay, so that was a very shoddy job, but now I'm just gonna go back in and blend. I don't have anything on my brush. I just want to like blend the edges. This is honestly such a pretty shimmer. I really like it. It's like dark purple. It's so nice. I'm just taking a bit of that I Rule shade, which is like the dark burgundy-ish colour we've got out here, to blend this together a bit more. Then I'm just going to take a bigger, clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go out here. Just try and blend this out a bit more nicely. I'm actually taking a bit more of that Zen shade. Just popping that here. Okay, I think that's gonna do for the eyes. It's definitely not the best thing ever, but I think it tests the eye primer like nice enough. The eye primer, it works okay. It's definitely a little bit more difficult to get like a really seamless blend out of it, and it's definitely not seamless right now. I'm actually gonna take a bigger brush and this composition shade, and I'm just gonna like pop that right up here. I can do a bit more blending once I've got my base on, because I undoubtedly will get like concealer on the eyeshadow or something. But the eye primer works okay for like actual application, but with me it's definitely more about how it like lasts, because I've found a lot of eye primers to be almost like too moisturizing, and then I end up like getting more oily than I would if I had just used like a concealer instead, if that makes sense. Also, those what are they called, the eye masks, it give me quite a nice line, but I'm definitely gonna have to sort that out, like clean up. But now we're gonna start on the actual like base products. So we're gonna wait, are we, or should we apply lashes first? Wait, no, okay. So we're gonna try our hardest to apply these lashes quickly. So if you watch my channel, you will know that I've only ever played with lashes once, and I'm definitely not cut out to apply these, but I'm gonna give them a go. So these are from Primark. These are the Party Lashes number 3, so I'm guessing style number 3, and I have a glue here from my other pair of Essence lashes. So I am somehow going to try and apply these, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to put a black in my waterline quickly. Just going to take this one from Essence. Okay, so this thing, I am so bad at applying lashes. Okay, so it goes on like that. So is that going to be too long? Whoop. It would be good if I could actually see. Okay, I don't think it's going to be too long, but I think I'm going to cut a little bit. I don't have any scissors in here. I'm going to grab scissors and then I'm going to cut it a little. Okay, so scissors have been retrieved, so I'm going to cut from the outer corner, the outer part. I'm going to cut off like this much. Yeah, so like there. Chop. Okay. And then I'm going to try and apply these. Just applying lashes just scares me, because the last time I tried to apply them, so I applied them once on camera and then I applied them another time just off of camera, and I poked myself in the eye with the tweezers, and now I'm just genuinely terrified. So I put the glue on, gonna wait for it to dry. I'm gonna get really nervous. And then it's not like fully getting tacky yet, but I just want to sort of like put this where it needs to go, because I find this bit the hardest. Okay, so that's on, and then that goes like in there. It's not even close to my lash line. Why am I so bad at this? I should say as well that this is my first time trying to apply like full lashes. The last ones I had were like little half lashes. Surely it is dangerous putting stuff this close to your eye. Okay, so I actually kind of did it, but that was terrifying and I don't like the way it feels. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to put mascara because I didn't put it on first, because I thought it would be easier to apply. Which it was, to be fair. It was easier to apply without the mascara on first. But this is the before, this is the after. That was terrifying. I hated that. I hated every second of that. So now I have to do the other one and I'm scared. It's definitely not stuck properly, but like that's fine, because I'm going to take this off probably straight after I finish filming. Whilst I do the other lash, I'm actually just going to prime my skin quickly. So for primer, we have the e.l.f. Blemish-Fighting Putty Primer, which obviously I need. So this has, I've thrown away the box, but it has like salicylic acid in it. So this is what it looks like. And it's like a very like silky texture. Like it's definitely like silkier than the original putty primer. Like that is still like quite silky and slippy, but it definitely feels like more, I don't know, it feels like more solid than this one does, if that makes any sense. Oh, that was too much. That was way too much. It also looks exactly like guacamole, which I hate. I absolutely hate avocados. I'm just gonna get this in all of my pory areas. And then I'm gonna give that a minute to like sit and do its thing whilst I try and apply this other eyelash. Also, like in terms of the actual like lashes themselves, they have like a bigger bit in here, like in the inner corner, which I definitely should have cut on this side, but it's like my first time doing lashes, so I can make some mistakes. And yeah, in terms of the actual lashes, they look way more natural than I thought they were going to. Like I thought they was going to be super long and just like not me, but they're actually way more natural than, yeah, I expected, and I like that. But in terms of just like eyelashes, I just do not think that false eyelashes are something that I'm just gonna get a lot of use out of. I just prefer the look of mascara. Also, I do not like getting tweezers this close to my eyeballs, and they feel weird. I'm sure the more I wore false lashes, the like more used to the feeling of it I would be. But yeah, I'm just quite afraid. I'm just very afraid of it. I also feel like it's so much easier to mess up like a false lash and for everyone and for like people to look at me and be like, oh, she's messed up a false lash, look how bad that is, as opposed to like just using mascara. Do you know what I mean? So let me try and apply this one, which I feel like trying to do my left eye is always so much harder because I am obviously right-handed. So let's try and put this on. Nope, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Okay. Okay, it's gonna do for now. We're all gonna ignore it. I'll try and sort it out later. So what am I doing? That scared me so much. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the face. So let's just quickly check out the skin and see how it's looking. I would say that it's definitely looking a bit smoother than it was previously, but it definitely hasn't filled in all of my pores. However, it all depends how makeup goes on top of it, how it lasts, and also how it helps my skin. This eye is feeling very unhappy. So I think I'm actually going to put my head back for this bit, just because I don't want to get it in foundation. And I know myself, I will definitely do that. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation, because I know how this one performs, but also it doesn't have like the most coverage, so I can really test the concealer. Because if I went in with something that was like full coverage, then how would I be able to test the concealer? And I also want to go in with something that I know how it works, so that I can test the powder, or should I say powders, that we have to test. Okay, so the concealer I have is quite a light shade, so I'm going to build up just a little bit, like on the bits where it would be kind of weird to put like such a light concealer. In terms of the primer, I feel like things are going on a little bit weird on top of it. Like, let me show you what I mean. Like, can you see where it all looks like it's kind of like gathering together weirdly? I hope you can see. So, yeah, that's a bit weird. But, yeah, I don't know. That never normally happens when I use just the original one. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'll see how it looks in a minute. It could just be that like everything needs to settle down onto my skin. It could have been that I used a bit too much of the primer, because I did accidentally pick up a little bit. So put my foundation away and let's go in with the concealer. So this is the Missguided Meet Your Match Liquid Concealer. I have this in the shade 100, which was the lightest shade they had. But I mentioned this in my haul video, is that there was kind of like a massive jump between like the lightest and the second lightest. So the second lightest was too dark and too peachy, so I couldn't get away with it. But then the lightest is too bright and also too yellow toned. So I don't know if it's like the complete shade range. Maybe there's more on their website. But just from the terms, like from what I saw, it wasn't like a very well-rounded shade range. But let's put some right there. A little bit like here too. Oh, that was too much. Try and clean that up. Okay, so this doe foot carries quite a lot on it and deposits quite a lot if you're not careful. Put a bit down my nose, a bit right there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll blend this side out with my brush. We'll see if that makes a difference. And I'll do this side with a sponge. But starting with the brush first. Oh, the texture is just going all kinds of weird on my chin. I hope you can see. So with the brush, the texture is going all kinds of weird. So I'm just going to go in with my sponge quickly to just see if I can help that a little. Okay, so as you can see, the shade is definitely like brightening on me, which I don't really tend to like a really bright under eye. However, it doesn't seem to have like covered my like blue tones very well, which I don't really want to have to like color correct as well. Firstly, because I don't have a color corrector, and secondly because like then that's just putting more product under here. Like even this is more than I would really want to do. Let's just blend it. You can definitely still see darkness. Like I find that when I do my under eye super bright, it almost kind of makes me look like more tired, because then I have this very stark under eye, and I don't know, it definitely kind of makes me look like more tired. But then let's put a bit over here. There. I'm gonna do a little bit less on this side and we'll see sort of like what happens. So I'm going to start with this, and I'm just going to use a sponge for this side, and we'll see if we get that weird texture that we were getting. I'm just going to take a bit more just to clean this up. Right here. You get loads on the applicator. Like honestly too much. I feel like it stores too much product, and I feel like it also deposits too much product, so definitely be careful of that. I'm just going to try and blend this. Why is the concealer doing that weird like line thing over my eyeshadow? I don't like that. But I don't really like the concealer. I don't like the shade to start off with. I think it's just kind of a bit counterintuitive. Also, it's doing this really weird thing by my eyeshadow. I'm not really sure why. It also hasn't covered this spot at all. It's just kind of like come off of it, which that sometimes happens. But all in all, my face is not looking good. So I'm just going to close the curtain a bit, just so hopefully you can see it better. I always film with natural lighting, but sometimes depending on how bright it is outside, it can sort of like make things a bit too overexposed, and sometimes you have to darken stuff to really like for you guys to actually be able to see the texture. So the texture of my skin is not looking so hot. It's all sort of like looking like bunched up around here, especially around here. Like I'm already creasing quite a bit around here. It's really not looking good. Like it doesn't, it looks like it's separating. It looks like the it's doing that thing. Let me just give this a chance to like sort itself out. It's doing that thing where it looks like products aren't meshing, like ingredients wise, and it's causing separation. Are you guys done? Are you done? Are you done? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to set this all down, but I feel like it's not going to stand much of a chance because the base already looks pretty crap. So I feel like putting any powder on top of this right now is going to make it look more dry. But let's give it a go. So I have the PS Blurred Out Skin Conditioning Universal Blurring Powder. I spoke about the confusion with this because I wasn't sure if it was like a setting powder or some other kind of powder, just because of like it saying skin conditioning. I didn't really understand. But then I also have this one from W7. This is the Flawless Face Pressed Color Correcting Mineral Powder. So this is what this one looks like. So it has like pink, blue, purple, yellow dots in it. So I'm going to give both of these a go. And I did also grab a sponge in Home Bargains. I can't remember for the life of me what this sponge was called. But I'm going to give it a go. So I actually need to dampen it. Right, so I've wet our sponge and it didn't grow much, but also it's very hard. So I can squeeze it and then it'll like keep the shape. Whereas like if you look at my e.l.f. one, it's like you can squidge it in any direction you want. So this one feels more sort of like a memory foam. It's honestly kind of weird, but I'm just gonna get out the creases one more time and then let's set. So I'm going to set one side. I'm going to use a loose powder I think for both sides, and I'm going to use one side with a sponge, one side with a brush, which is what I would normally do. And then I think I'll take a bit of this maybe on like the outer perimeters of my face because it looks like it's going to be a bit dark. And yeah, we'll do that. That is the plan. So let's try it with the sponge. I'm going to pick a little bit up. Oh, it just like went on there super weird. Okay. And then, I don't know. Okay. Apparently this is the best way to counteract the dryness, is to apply powder with a wet sponge, and I haven't actually done it before, so I mean it looks kind of smooth. It's kind of like a weird texture. I don't know, like it feels really weird on my face. The sponge is quite hard, like you can hear it literally hitting my face. So that's the before side to the after side. So it has definitely smoothed everything. I feel like it's made everything kind of like a little bit white tinged as well. But now let's try this side with the traditional brush I use to set my under eyes, which is like a little eyeshadow brush. What has just happened? What? That was not there before. Okay. Again, I'm going to close my curtain too, so hopefully you can see the texture well, but I personally, I actually think that this side looks smoother and less powdery than this side, although like little bits of powder keep sort of like reappearing. It's very odd, but yeah, I actually think I prefer this side for right now, but I need to see how it like all looks. Obviously I'll have to test it with other powders, but now I'm gonna take this powder and just set sort of like other areas of my face. Now let's grab a different brush. Let's grab you haven't been used, and let's go in with this W7 powder. I'm swirling. It doesn't really look like anything's been picked up on the brush, but let's see. So let's just set out here. Is that darkening? I can't tell. I think it might be a little. Let's do this half of my face with it, and then I can see if it's like darkening, because I think it actually might be. And I also had like only one tone of this, so like one colour, so there was no like light, medium, dark. It was just this in my Home Bargains that I went to. So I'm just going to do like the outer perimeter of my face. and then we can see. I do think it has darkened me up a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has, I think. But it looks nice and smooth. But in terms of my actual skin, everything is looking quite nice and smooth. And it's not looking like too powdery. And even that sort of weird texture I was having before has sort of like dissipated a bit. And everything does look nice and smooth. So I kind of think that that was down to the Primark powder. I do actually think that that has like blurred my face and made it super smooth. So that's quite intriguing actually, and quite exciting. This colour correcting one I think is nice. Like, it's set my face nicely. Everything looks like nice and smooth, but I do think it's too dark to use under my under eyes, which is where I would want to use it traditionally. But now I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlight, because we don't have anything like that, do we? Oh, we have this glitter, which I'm going to pop on my face somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to do bronzer on that, and then I'll come back and we will test the setting spray on my actual face, which I'm excited for. So yeah, let's do that. Yay! So now it's glitter time. How do I approach putting this on my face? Like, do I use a finger? Do I use a brush? I don't know. I've never jelly glitterified anything before. I'll start with my finger. Oh, I don't like the way it feels. Okay, so it's just like a purple glitter. Oh, I did it, okay. The first bit is down. Oh, it doesn't feel very nice. Yeah, and also don't put this near your eye because it has very chunky glitters in it. Like, I can literally feel the glitters kind of like stabbing at my cheek. So if this was by my eye, like, it'd be quite a bad hazard. Do you know what I mean? All of the like glitter particles are like coming off of my hand, and it's just sort of like leaving this weird gel behind. Oh, it looks kind of cute. This is definitely not gonna like stay where I've put it. Like, it's gonna slip and slide around, but it does look kind of cute. And it didn't even disturb like my makeup underneath, which I was really surprised about, because I was proper like smudging it about, tapping it in, and it honestly has not disturbed any of my underneath makeup, which I'm actually really impressed by. But now let's finish up my little eyeballs. So something weird is happening under my eye. I don't know if you can see, but like the colour is like not sticking. It's like, I don't know. It's just not sticking. It's very odd. I use a different brush, but I've never really had this happen before. Is it the way like I applied the powder? Because like it's sticking in certain areas. Okay, so I think that the way that I applied the powder on this side using the wet sponge has like interfered with it, because like, what is happening? I kind of want to put green on the waterline. I don't know why. I feel like it might look fancy. So this is my Essence liner. Okay, we're gonna have to try and stick this down again. Hold on. So whilst I wait for that to dry, I'll do my eyebrows quickly. Yeah, do eyebrows. I'm just going to use my, how do I still have glitter on me? I just keep wiping it off and getting more on me. I'm just going to use my Real Love by Revolution Power Brow just to not do a lot to them. Okay, so I've got two different kind of lip things to use. I have this gloss by NYX, and then I also have a liquid lipstick by W7. So I feel like this is going to be easier to take off and, you know, replace with this. So we're going to just use the NYX gloss first. How have I got so messy? Like, this is the question I need to ask. Okay. So this is the NYX This Is Milky gloss, and I have this one in the colour Pink Shake. So I'm just going to show you this one first, and then obviously we'll change it out for the other one. Just look how reflective this is going on. There's no shimmer in it or anything. It's just like pure, just like sheen. It has quite a nice amount of pigment to it, and I'm guessing the darker the shade you get, the more pigment you're gonna get. But this is what that one looks like, and I think it's beautiful. Like, it is so glossy and like highly reflective and like juicy, and just like the shade itself I just think is such a good nude that I would wear every day. It looks very similar to the Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline, which I also have. Like, I swatched them side by side in the haul video because they are very, very similar shades. But this one, the milky one, is a lot more reflective than the Butter Gloss is. So I'm guessing that's the difference. But yeah, not sticky at all. Super comfortable. Like, it's so nice. So that's that one. And let's take it off and do the other one. Okay, let's do this. So this is the W7 Mega Matte Lips. This one is in the shade Well Healed. It's like a pretty pink colour. So I haven't actually tried a liquid lipstick in ages. I just never use them. Oh, let's give this a go. I feel like I should put a balm on before, but no. Okay, let's do this. Wow, it's very pigmented. Oh wow, it's very pigmented. Okay. Okay, so definitely not the best application. I could definitely do with a lip liner. But I do not have one that matches this colour. Holy cow, that is bright. I definitely messed up that application here. The colour is actually a really nice colour, and it is super, super pigmented. This is what it looks like. Do I have anything on my teeth? No. Okay. This colour, I just feel like is something I would not get a lot of use out personally. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. If you was wondering about the jelly, it's still tacky. But let's go ahead and set our face now with the Missguided Super Fixing Mist. Oh my god, that feels so nice. Oh, that is such a refreshing mist. Like, it's just like a continuous mist. Kind of gets you soaked, but it feels so nice. As I mentioned earlier, it's just the smell. The smell is super like, oh my god, my t-shirt is soaked. The smell is just like too much. It's just like way too overwhelming. It's like very strong, like berry perfume. But like the feel of it is so nice and refreshing. Yeah, we'll have to see how it holds my makeup. Obviously I'll test it with other makeup that I know like the longevity of, and when I'm like going out and doing more sort of like vigorous tasks than I'm going to be doing today. That is everything, my friends. If you made it to the end of the video, then please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you have not already. And yeah, we're on our way to 100, so if you could subscribe and join the family, that would be great. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.